What up, everybody? It's the Rottweiler Patriots. I'm Vegas.
And I'm T-Bone.
And today we're coming at you with another video. We're going to be discussing the New England Patriots Week 1. New England Patriots, home game against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Tom Brady game honored him at halftime. He gave a great speech. When he said that he was a Patriot for life, the crowd went crazy. It was an awesome moment to watch. The first quarter wasn't awesome, though, at all. New England, not a great start. First offensive drive, pick six. Mac Jones throws a ball a little bit high, but still into Bourne's hands. Bourne tips it up, picked up by Darius Slay. He returns it to the house for a touchdown. Very next play for New England, check down to Ezekiel Elliott. Ball gets punched out. Eagles get the ball at about the 26-yard line. They go on to score a touchdown. After that, New England looked like a legitimately good football team. They, at first quarter, got outplayed by the Eagles completely. Were down 16-0. Quarters 2, 3, and 4, they outplayed the best team in the NFL. Mac Jones outplayed Jalen Hurts in that game. Mac Jones, 35 for 54, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, whereas Hurts was 22 for 33, only 170 yards, only 1 touchdown. The Eagles' offense only generated 1 touchdown, and it was off of that Elliott turnover. Otherwise, the Patriots' defense held them very well. Shut down one of the best offenses in the league. Great performance from the Patriots' defense. I want to get your thoughts, T-Bone.
Well, Vegas, you're exactly right. I didn't think that I thought the Patriots would put up a fight. I didn't think that it would be this good of a fight. They were playing well, and I completely agree. Jalen Hurts wasn't bad, but he certainly wasn't in the full swing of things. Mac Jones was really put on a show and just was great, and just the elite connections that I'm seeing. So I completely agree with you there.
Absolutely. Connected really well with Kendrick Bourne, 6 receptions for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ramondre Stevenson as well, 6 receptions for 64 yards. Hunter Henry, 5 receptions, 56 yards and a touchdown. Henry looked really good. He made a really nice one-handed grab on a 4th and 8 play. Unfortunately, that drive didn't amount to anything as we failed a 4th down conversion later on. But still, great job by the New England wide receivers, running back, tight end, Like, everyone got involved. Bourne got in there, Stevenson got in there, Henry, Demario Douglas, the rookie, 4 receptions, 40 yards, including a big 23-yard reception on New England's first touchdown drive. And that was kind of the drive that got New England going in the game. It got them into the game because they were down 16-0 at that point. Everything had gone horribly wrong on the offense. So Mike Gesicki, a couple of really nice plays. Juju Smith-Schuster getting involved. New England, 6 guys get over 30 yards receiving. Ezekiel Elliott also got 5 receptions, only for 14 yards. He was kind of a check-down merchant during this game. Did have the forced fumble, unfortunately, or the lost fumble. But overall, the Patriots spread the ball around a lot, and a lot of different guys made plays, and that's being down Devontae Parker and Tyquan Thornton, Demario Douglas really had to step up. Keyshawn Boutte, running routes looked good. Looked like he could be an effective wide receiver. Didn't get the ball thrown his way a lot, and when he did, it weren't complete. There are 2 times where he caught the ball but couldn't keep his feet in bounds. The first one, he should have been able to keep his feet in bounds. That ended our first drive of the second half. And then the second one was the very last play of the game, basically, before the Eagles kneeled it out. And that was on a 4th down where he caught the ball. Great throw by Mac. Tight spot. Caught it, gets 1 foot down, and the defender does good enough job pushing him out of bounds before he can get the 2nd foot down. People criticize Boutte for that. He couldn't get his foot down because the defender pushed him. That's not on him at all, and I don't want to see him criticized for that. He tried to make the play. He's a rookie. He's not going to be perfect. But I like what I saw from our rookies on both sides of the ball. Christian Gonzalez with a sack, 7 tackles. Very good. Got a huge pass breakup on 4th and 2 to give New England the ball around midfield with 3 minutes to go and an opportunity to go win the game. Jawan Bentley, 9 tackles, dominated at the linebacker position, was excellent. Jabril Peppers looked really good. 1 forced fumble, 6 tackles. Matthew Judon got a sack. Josh Uche got a sack. And to the other rookies, Keon White, he didn't record a lot of things that you show up on the stats, but he was a menace the entire game. He was pressuring Jalen Hurts a lot and just making plays, and he looked really good. As a rookie in his first NFL game against the best offensive line in the NFL, New England's front seven this year is scary, and they showed it against probably the best team in the NFL. I think, even though New England lost, and I know New England fans are tired of moral victories, I definitely am. I'd like some real victories, please and thank you. But this one feels a little bit different. This one feels like, oh, New England is actually a contender this year. So I was optimistic about this team going into the season, and it's nice, nice to be vindicated. So, I don't know, I want to get your thoughts, T-Bone.
Well, I'll certainly say the defense really came up nice and big a couple of good times. Christian Gonzalez, I liked what I saw with that. Uche with a little sack. So, like you said, this does feel like a different Patriots team than last year. For a team that had an interception and a fumble and just really not a great first quarter, they did well coming back. And I am seeing the difference with Bill O'Brien versus Patricia. I can certainly say that. Rushing game, not stellar, but a couple of rookies in the front. So that's what I'd say about that. Defense looking nice. I mean, I know you're tired of moral victories, but really
it's not the same as some of the quote moral victories we had last year. This was us putting up a fight against a Super Bowl contender. And honestly, for 3/4 of the game outplaying them, unfortunately just couldn't overcome early mistakes. Like you said, rushing attack just wasn't there. Obviously, you're down 3 starting offensive linemen and having 2 rookies at offensive guard. And I will say the offensive line held up better than I was expecting against a loaded Philadelphia front. I think Mac Jones made them probably look better than they were. Mac Jones' pocket presence in this game and his mobility in the pocket was really good. He did a really good job of avoiding sacks. The Patriots only gave up 2 sacks, and it wasn't till the 4th quarter. Overall, the line held up better than I thought. Obviously, running game wasn't what we wanted, but the passing game got going. We were spreading the ball around to a lot of guys. Obviously, Matt got 316 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. And like you said, you could visibly tell the difference with Bill O'Brien as offensive coordinator. And this isn't a fully healthy Patriots team either. We're still down Devontae Parker. We're still down Tyquan Thornton. We're still down Onwenu. We're still down a lot of guys on the offense. And once everyone is back healthy, and once this team gels even more, builds even more chemistry, they are gonna be a scary good team. And this week, even though we did lose, even though we had chances to win and fell just short, even though there was maybe a questionable decision from Belichick to go for it, there's definitely going to be a big debate. ESPN analytics say that it was the right decision. I disagreed watching in the game. I'm not sure how I feel about it now. I mean, after the game, you're always going to say, what if, what if, what if, what if? Too many what ifs. There's what if, and then there's what happened. We had chances, couldn't get it done, but we saw a lot of positive things from the Patriots in this game and a lot to look forward to going into next week when we host Miami. So, I'm proud of this team for how they played this week, for the fight they showed after they dug a hole in the first quarter. And I'm excited to see where it goes. T-Bone.
Vegas, I completely agree. Well, I'll say maybe this Eagles team was getting some Super Bowl, feeling a Super Bowl hangover a little bit, a couple of jitters. This Patriots team really put up a fight and just was good on a lot of different angles, and I am excited to see, especially with their division rivals. The Dolphins, Jets, Bills. Because those are good teams. I'm interested in seeing how they do. I would like to see the competitiveness. Patriots may make the playoffs. I don't know, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. I really am.
I think New England's chances of the playoffs went up after this game a lot. And I think New England has an advantage over the other three teams in the fact that they are probably the deepest team in the division. They might not have like the most upfront skill, but they have a lot of depth at a lot of positions. And the offensive line was kind of the biggest depth concern, but today, 3 starters out, and the offensive line still was adequate. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Mac to get killed back there. No, I think it helped that O'Brien was definitely getting the ball out quick. I saw a lot of screens, a lot of checkdowns, a lot of this, a lot of that. Trying to get the ball out of Mac's hands as quickly as possible. And it did kind of stifle us a little bit. We didn't throw the ball downfield as much early on. Once we started throwing the ball downfield, though, we had a little bit more success in the offense. So, and I do think, like I said, Mac's pocket presence was really good, really nimble in the pocket. I think O'Brien definitely helped with that, but overall, the offensive line was adequate. They did their job well enough. Definitely going to have to step it up a little bit in the run game, but you're also playing Philadelphia, who are pretty good against everything, especially the run. So, a lot to like for New England, and I think if Miami guys get hurt, they're screwed. Buffalo guys get hurt, they can still win, but not nearly as effectively. They're not nearly as good. Jets guys get hurt, there's not always going to be that guy to back it up. New England, in most situations, there's going to be someone who's ready to step up and make a play if a guy goes down. So I think that bodes well for New England this year, especially in the NFL, which is very injury-prone league. T-Bone, I want to get your thoughts.
I agree. Vegas, I really do agree. In an injury-prone league, like the NFL, getting big hits, injuries are going to happen.
Turf
Pat's
monsters.
Oh God, it's scary.
The Eagles know something about turf monsters.
Yes, I see what you did there, but I completely agree. And just seeing them just fight the Eagles tooth and nail, especially at the end, I loved seeing it. It was a very fun game to watch. It wasn't boring. There was a lot of boring games week 1, I think. A lot of not great performances by quarterbacks. This game for the Pats, not one of them.
No, I completely agree. I had a great time watching it. Outside of the first quarter. First quarter looked like it was going to be a Philly blowout, but the team fought back. They made it a game. It ended up being a defensive battle in the second half, and unfortunately just couldn't overcome our early mistakes. Wasn't the most fun game of the week. Most fun game of the week was definitely Miami at Los Angeles. That game was some fun. Miami obviously getting a late win, but this was still a very entertaining game. So, and I'm really, really proud of how the Patriots fought, and I'm excited to see what we can do in the future. So, looking forward to next week against Miami. I think that's a very winnable game, especially after what we saw this week. I think our team is good enough to stop Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I think the Dolphins have issues on the run defense, and the Patriots obviously have 2 good backs in Stevenson and Elliott, so I think we'll have success running the ball, and then that'll open up the offense a little bit more for Mac Jones to kind of do his thing, because Mac Jones showed he can play. Mac Jones played in this game. So if we're able to execute like that against the Dolphins, I think we're going to have a really good week next week. T-Bone, your thoughts?
I don't know what I'd say that about the run game, but uh, seeing the win against the Chargers by the Dolphins, this year is going to be interesting for the AFC East. I don't know whether you guys can beat the Dolphins next week. I think you guys would trade, maybe, but that's besides the point.
Next week is in Gillette Stadium.
I'm keeping that in mind. Tyreek Hill's a monster. He went. It was just Waddle, not so much though. I mean, Waddle didn't do awful, but Tyreek Hill was picking up the slack. So, but with how your defense played against the Eagles, who have a very nice offense, this game really is like we said last week. This game was a statement by the Patriots, and I really think that it's going to be a game with the Dolphins. I don't know if the Dolphins can win. I don't know if you guys can win. It's going to be close. I'll say that it'll be close. I think it's going to be very close. Very possible for you guys.
I think both teams can win. I think it's going to be a very, very fun game. I think New England has a really tough schedule, but this game shows they can hang with anyone in the league. So I think they're going to have a lot of entertaining games this year. Regardless, I am really, really excited to see what the Patriots are able to do this year. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you all so very much for watching. Please be sure to hit the like button. Please be sure to subscribe, and we will see you all in the next video.